Let our voices ring. Come, let us sing. You are our shelter. بيني وبين بني إسرائيل أوتي العلا بيني وبين بني إسرائيل أوتي العلا الشامل כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. What a joy to be together once again on this Shabbat in which we celebrate unity. And we're going to speak and sing much more about that theme in a little while. You may notice that we look a little different, and that's because we're employing a new platform. I think it's called OBS Ninja, something like that. A little different than Zoom, but it's still coming to you on YouTube. And so we're glad you all are with us and that we're able to share the Shabbat together as we have for multiple weeks now. Reminder that, of course, you're free to stand or sit as you see fit, according to your own personal tradition. Gather up those candles and challah and wine and get ready to, let's do the rituals together. And let's indeed bring a sense of joy and renewal and refreshment to this particular moment. Doran Oatman, you are going to be doing our Hoda'ot tonight, so come on in.
Hi, my name is Doran Oatman. I am on the Temple Beth Shalom board as a 2-year trustee, and I have a few announcements for you. First off, there are 2 Project Zug offerings from Lifelong Learning. One is How to Question Authority, and that starts on Wednesday, January 27th. That'll be at 7 p.m. and lasts for 10 sessions. 2, there's one called Prayer Book New Interpretation Method. That starts next Thursday, January 28th. That's also at 7 p.m. and lasting 10 sessions. If you want more information or to register for those Lifelong Learning Project Zug programs, you can go onto the Temple Beth Shalom website at bethshalomaustin.org /project-zug. Tu B'Shvat is coming next week, and although we won't have any congregational programming, please check out our webpage for resources, how to learn about it, how to celebrate it with your families and children. And then if you're interested in our Tree of Life fundraiser, there is information about it on the website. Again, bethshalomaustin.org and /Tu B'Shvat. And last, we're looking for meal train volunteers to help prepare meals for members in their time of need. You don't have to cook. You can even just order from Grubhub or DoorDash. But if you are interested in being a meal train volunteer or being on the email listserv for that, please contact Michelle Bolin at bolinmichelle@gmail.com. You can also look her up in the directory. If you do contact Michelle, make sure you put meal train in the subject line. Just want to wish everybody a Shabbat Shalom. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend, and we will see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doran, for giving us our Hodaot for the evening. And we are going to begin our service singing a new song unto God, Shir Chadash, and please join with me in singing. Shiru el Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru el Adonai shir chadash. Shiru el Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru el Adonai shir chadash. Sing unto God, all the earth, a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God, and we'll all sing along. All the earth, a new song unto God. Shiru Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru Adonai shir chadash. I will sing unto God a new song.
Once again, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's great to see everyone and to be able to share Shabbat. Take this opportunity to share Shabbat with somebody you know, somebody you love. Text them a Shabbat Shalom. Tell them hi. And we're going to go to our rituals. And Cantor, would you please lead us in candles, Kiddush, and Motzi?
And you can please join us in lighting your candles as well and joining us in the blessings. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. And we lift our Kiddush cups together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'achava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila l'mikra'e kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat lechayim. And if you've got a challah, please bring it on out, and we are going to do our blessing for our challah. Ha-Motzi lechem min haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, ha-Motzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. Please join me in continuing to welcome in Shabbat as we join together in Shalom Aleichem. And this is a melody that we haven't done as frequently, but I invite you to hum along, sing along as much as you are able to. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzidchem leShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We now continue with Shema and its blessings, beginning with Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam vaed.
You have loved the people Israel with a never-ending love. You have given us your Torah, laws, and statutes to guide us so that our lives may be fulfilled with holiness and happiness. We know that we must find ways to strengthen our faith and our hope in you. Your Torah acts as our inspiration. Help us, O God, to find ways to renew our commitments as Jews. Teach us to feel proud of our identities. For you, Eternal One, made us as we are. We say, praised are you, source of all, who is the lover of the people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo, Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Amen. What faith they must have had. Moses comes along and says in this week's parashah, Bo, come on, we're getting out of here. We're leaving. And they say, where are we going? And he says, we're going to the promised land. Where's the promised land? Promised land is where we make it. The promised land is that area, that place, spiritually as well as physically, to which we are delivered. That place where redemption lives. Who amongst the gods that are out there is anyone or any being like Yud-He Vav-He, who delivers, who redeems, who keeps faith with God's people? Mi chamocha.
חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גר ישראל.
In this week particularly, let there be love and understanding among us, because it is that love which is going to bring us together as a society, that caring for each other that will bring about the unity that we all so deeply crave. Continue after Let There Be Love directly into Vishamru, because this is a time in which we renew and refresh to face not only the many hardships or the many challenges, but also the many opportunities that lie ahead. Let there be love among us.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu Lishalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu Lishalom. Lecha amidenu shomreinu lechayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Vishameru, Vishameru, keep those Vishamerus going. Vishameru, Vishameru, B'nai Israel, Vishameru, et HaShabbat, Vishameru, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו. ושמרו ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ושמרו ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ושמרו. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ.
Let us now renew our links to our ancestors, speak of God's power in the universe, the holiness of God's name. Take a few moments for our own silent prayers and reflections, and pray for peace with Shalom Rav. Adonai Savatai Tivtach, Ufi Agi Tehilatecha.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agiteilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imoteinu. Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Velohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanura, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tosim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tosim Leolam. Ki atah hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atah hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tosim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tosim Leolam. V'tol beinecha levarecha טסים לעולם. שלום רב, ישראל עמך, טסים לעולם. טסים לעולם. טסים לעולם.
Mishaberach. This night we ask a refuach shlema, a full and complete healing of mind, body, and spirit to all those whose names are now present on our screen as members of our community and those who are related and friends with members of our community. We also have in mind the hundreds of thousands of people who are afflicted with COVID-19 this night and who are struggling to recover. We all deeply and fervently pray for every one of them, as well as all those who are ill in this world, that they receive a full and complete healing. And so this night, we share a video with you from our Kol HaKavod ensemble of Perry Smilo's Kavanah, our prayer for healing.
הנני בצלם אלוהים, נקבים נקבים, נשמתי טהורה היא. הנני בצלם אלוהים, נקבים נקבים, נשמתי טהורה היא. ברוך אתה אדוני, wondrous source of healing. Baruch atah Adonai, we thank you and praise your name.
Oh God, this body is all I have. May I be blessed to sing your song.
הנני בצלם אלוהים, נקבים נקבים, נשמתי טהורה היא. הנני בצלם אלוהים, נקבים נקבים, נשמתי טהורה היא. ברוך אתה אדוני, wondrous source of healing. Baruch atah Adonai, we thank you and praise your name.
Oh God, this body is all I have. May I be blessed to sing your song.
Baruch atah Adonai, wondrous source of healing. Baruch atah Adonai, we thank you and praise your name. Baruch atah Adonai, wondrous source of healing. Baruch atah Adonai, we thank you and praise your name. הנני בצלם אלוהים, נקבים נקבים, נשמתי טהורה היא. הנני בצלם אלוהים, נקבים נקבים, נשמתי טהורה היא.
As you can tell, the dogs heard the sermon before. This week, the word that we've heard more than any other is unity. It's been a persistent call to national unity, which has been a constant theme from President Biden and others during the inauguration and the days that followed. The problem is that the word unity can be subject to many definitions. In our national life, particularly during this century, a call to unity has too often meant that everyone should unify behind the idea that I'm right. Real unity, however, is a more subtle concept and takes a combination of work, opportunity, and humility to obtain. I recently read a fascinating book called The Tyranny of Merit by Michael Sandel. Sandel is a professor of political philosophy at Harvard, and the basic point of his book is that we have adopted a system of meritocracy as our good in American society. We have adopted the twin mythologies that we are primarily responsible for our own success, and that therefore we deserve any success that we enjoy. We don't often consider, however, the broader implications of meritocracy. First, what about those folks who don't obtain success as defined by the secular society? What messages are we sending to those folks whose contributions are absolutely critical to our success as a society overall? Second, is it really true that hard work guarantees success? We know lots of people who work hard at 2 jobs, and barely hold on, who have no time for leisure or personal enrichment. Another question which arises is whether equality of opportunity is really the ultimate end of civil society, or is there something more? Something like providing every citizen with a sense of shared destiny and honoring their role in making that destiny come about. It is this shared sense of national destiny that was at the heart and should be at the heart of Zionism. And its decline in Israel has been amongst the most troubling aspects of what's been labeled post-Zionism. What Sandel suggests is that our meritocracy be tempered by renewed interest in promoting a common good. He suggests that society should be measured by more than its gross national product, particularly when its wealth is disproportionately distributed among those who society has labeled as winners or losers. Instead, a society should be judged on the quality of life of all of its citizens, not just in a material sense, but in terms of personal dignity and recognition of individual worth in a common enterprise. Real unity flows from a shared sense not only of equal opportunity for economic success, but a shared sense of responsibility to ensure that each citizen enjoys a rich and fulfilling life. A society focused on the common good means that every individual not only contributes to the quality of their own life, but also to the quality of life lived by their neighbors. Unity relies on finding something in common. And if we are to unify as a nation, we must first unify around that which we find to be good. Our society has deteriorated into 350 million individual lives, individual destinies, and we have accepted the role of government to be simply a facilitator of our own individual lives. This is not Torah. Torah, the prophets, and Jewish tradition envision a society in which each individual matters, where the contributions of each person are honored and each person is robed in dignity. Jewish tradition calls on us to utter 100 blessings a day, recognizing the vast number of blessings that we enjoy daily, which are given freely to us by God and for which we have done nothing to deserve, for God has indeed shed God's grace on thee. Torah and tradition envisions a common enterprise, even as it does so in tribal times, in biblical times. Torah and then Talmud portray a vision of society where material success is possible, even desirable. But the ultimate goal of the society is to be one that is worthy of being God's people. It is this shared sense of destiny that has sustained the Jewish people throughout the centuries and allowed us to overcome obstacles to our very existence, which are much more challenging than those we as Americans face even today. The purpose of the Exodus, the story that we are reading this week, was not to allow us the opportunity to prosper as individuals, but rather to obtain holiness as a people. Perhaps in this moment, this can be the greatest gift of the Jews. Perhaps this is our Or Goyim moment, the time to bring a light to our nation. It is true that within the Jewish world, there are many divisions, but there is also a common destiny which unites us to create a society where good is common, and what is common among us is that we are good. Shabbat Shalom. We continue with words of taking on the destiny that God has ordained for us. Aleinu l'shabach.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Gather the stars if you wish it so. Gather the songs and keep them. Gather the faces of women, gather for keeping years and years, and then loosen your hands, let go and say goodbye. Let the stars and songs go. Let the faces and years go. Loosen your hands and say goodbye. This night, we recall with love these lives, each of them precious to us and to our God. We are in as a community Shaloshim for Alicia Aparicio, the aunt of Mark Sims, Avron Bork, the father of Jay Bork, Melvin Center, the father of Michael Center, Pedro Ramos, the father of Christina Weinfeld, Gary Tuck, the father of Jules Zeitlin, and Carol Young Godin, the mother of Deborah Trawick. We also remember this night with love. Asher, are we able? Thank you. We also remember this night with love. Julie Apfel Foster, David Bengelsdorf, Bob Burku, Morris Abraham Berlowitz, Mildred Bleck, Lorraine Brandt Ringel, Richard Brook, Chester Brown, Nathan Burke, Myrtle Bias, Leonora Cohn, Claire Korn, Matilda Elmas, Molly Feinstein, Lee Firestein, Stephen Friedman, Philip Gordow, Leon Hirsch, Harry Jernitsky, Beth Kahn, May Kramer, Lee Blevin, August Pacherzina, Carrie Rosen, Sam Sakowitz, Ruthie Siegel, Lena Shidlovsky, Phyllis Scheiber, Bernard Solomon, Mary Jo Stanley, Paul Vojak, Ann Weinrib, and Esther Wolf. If there are additional names for remembrance in your home and in your heart this night, please speak them aloud in the privacy of your home. Kiddush Yitah. Yit Gadal v'Yikadash Shemei Rabbah. V'alamad v'arach cherutei v'amlich malchutei b'chayechon uvyomechon v'chaye dekol Beit Yisrael v'agalah v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam alamei al-maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei dekudashah b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran bi'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'akol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromah. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'akol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the one who brings peace and harmony in the high heavens bring peace and comfort to all who are mourning this night. And may all the lives that we are remembering this night be forever a blessing to us all. And let us all say, Amen. With a song of hope, healing, and blessing. There is hope.
There is hope, there is healing, there is peace, there is blessing, there is hope, there is healing, there is peace, there is blessing. When the light and you cannot reach the other side. Oh no, should your courage run dry, there is hope, there is healing, there is peace, there is blessing, there is hope, there is healing, there is peace, there is blessing. What you try to endure when the future is unsure, believe there's something more. There is hope, there is hope, there is healing, there is peace, there is blessing. Yesh tikva, yesh refuah, yesh shalom, yesh bracha. Yesh tikva, yesh refuah, yesh shalom, yesh bracha. There is hope, is healing, there is peace, His blessing.
With thanks to everyone who made tonight possible. We're enjoying this new platform, and we're just